Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing with my lovely Leftovers March Killa Kit, and I'm also scrapbooking with this sketch. I think this will be great for my Leftovers kit. I'm already switching up the sketch though because I don't have two landscape 4x3 photos. What I do have is two 4x6 photos from Cars Land. One is just of these tires, and then one, I was trying to do an artsy pic with my iPhone in portrait mode, so everything's blurry in the back, but this little tire kind of finial on the gate is being shown. So these are the photos I'm going to do. This is the kit I'm going to use. Just need to find myself a full-size background paper. Let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, so this is the piece of paper that I decided to go for. It is from Echo Park Pack Your Bags collection. It is from 2018 and it's called Travel Buddy. So it's kind of a creamy background with all kinds of colorful diagonal kind of stripey bits. Now I decided that since this was going to be a Disney layout, this could be big and bold and busy. Now I went ahead and used this piece of paper right here, and I left that border strip on top of it. That way it would kind of represent the lines on the left-hand side of the sketch. Now I did grab this kind of like a dark sky blue paper. It does have triangles on it, and I actually wanted the triangles to face the other direction when I cut out the banner, but I realized after I already cut it out that the triangles were pointing the opposite direction of what I actually wanted them to do. Story of my life. But I just went with it, and now that the layout is complete, it doesn't bother me. Now, it was bothering me while I was making the layout, but I was like, more is more, and then, you just stop worrying about it. So I am using my grid mat here to banner cut this piece. I could not use that lovely punch that my friend MK sent me just because it doesn't punch a 4-inch wide banner. So I did my tried and true method of measuring. This is where I realized that I placed it the wrong direction, and then I was like, I'm just gonna cut it in half because why not, right? Why not? So now I'm just kind of separating the separating the banner a little bit to see where the photo is going to cover it up. And then I decided that I needed more banner showing. If my photos were smaller, that would have been plenty of banner, but I needed to go farther over because my photos are so much larger than what I had going on in the sketch. So I grabbed this awesome striped paper with the denim front, and I go ahead and mat this one photo right here. And not exactly sure where the photo went up in the left-hand corner, so after I'm finished the voiceover, I'm going to try to splice it back in there because the sketch disappeared. That's not cool. I am only going to mat the one photo, and I kind of wanted to mat that because that's like the pretty photo, that's like the artistic photo, and I thought it was really cool. I actually even toyed with the idea of printing that as a 12x12 page and just doing it as kind of an intro to the Cars Land section of the album, but that did not happen. Now I am going to just start adding pieces from my kit. So this little banner guy right here came from some One Canoe 2 collection. And then I dump out my chipboard pieces, and these guys are older than dirt. Does anybody remember when American Crafts put this kind of stuff out? They had like American Crafts Basics, and I can't remember. They had like basic papers and the shapes and all that kind of great stuff. Like, yeah. I don't know. I just remembered when I first discovered American Crafts in a scrapbooking store, and they had this kind of thing, and I thought that they were just like, wow, so innovative and awesome. Now they can't, oh, look, the sketch is back. Now they can't, get anything to stick. And these bad boys never had adhesive on them in the first place, so maybe they should have stuck with that. Maybe. So the colors are kind of bright and bold, and they are a little bit all over the place. And I think that that's okay. I think that that's okay for a couple reasons. One, it's Disney. Two, I like the fact that I can pull so many colors out of the background paper. So they're not all out of left field. They're all in the background paper. Three, it's my layout and I can do whatever the heck I want. And that's basically what it boils down to for me. Just about every time I'm scrapbooking, it's my layout and I can do whatever the heck I want. Even when I am scraplifting someone, I still feel like it's my layout and I can do whatever I want. That's just, my philosophy. It makes life easier for me. It makes scrapbooking easier for me. And that's what I do. So this is a heart bag, and I went ahead and cut it apart just because I want it to be able to use it again on another layout. I like the little bag edge at the top, more so than the printed glitter star on there. And it's a printed glitter, so it doesn't sparkle. It's just weird, funky doll printed glitter. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Now I am trying to pull out other things from my kit. I'm thinking, as I'm flipping through this kit and using up some of these items, I'm like, oh, this is definitely going to be a kit I kill this month. And that seems weird because none of the things really were meant to go together. None of them were nothing's coordinated. It's not like a perfectly coordinated kit. I didn't draw colors from my paper or my embellishments or anything like that. I literally grabbed the stack of scrap papers that I had lying around and went through embellishments and things and looked for things that were partially used up and threw them in. And I think what this, I hope at the end of the month, will be the good little lesson in that you don't have to have the perfect piece every single time. Sometimes what you have in your stash is the perfect piece and you might not even realize it. So I'm hoping that that's going to help me validate my feelings on scrapbooking and kind of using up stuff, and hopefully it will maybe make some of you guys think about your supplies in a little bit of a different way, instead of freaking out because you don't have the exact shade of green. You can use one that's close and it's still going to look awesome. So anyway, that is my hope for this kit right here. Now, I do not have room down below for the title and embellishment and stuff that is in the sketch. And that's because my photos are larger and I kind of moved them down a little bit closer to the bottom of the page because they were larger. And I didn't want to have kind of these big floaty photos at the top. Some pages have big floaty photos at the top, but this one I was not feeling it, especially with this banner bit. So I am going to make sure that I have this metallic paper throughout the layout. We have it up here at the very top with the little heart. I went ahead and put on another label over here underneath of the star that says celebrate. And then I'm just going to figure out where I want this stuff to go. I wanted to put on this adventure word, but I wasn't exactly sure where to put it. I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just put it down here at the bottom to kind of represent what is in the sketch, but I truly wasn't pleased with that, so I decided to layer it up over here with the stars. And I put the yellow arrow, I almost said error. Well, some of you might be thinking it's an error to put it on there, but there it is. I put that yellow arrow on the stars, over top of the stars rather, and underneath of that go see do. And I think that it kind of frames the photos a little bit. Now I am going to cover up that very dull, printed on glitter heart. I'm going to cover up those little pieces that you can see through it because I just wasn't happy with it. And I'm flipping through this sticker book. It's got lots of labels. It was meant for a planner because, you know, it's got days of the week and stuff like that, which I just had an epiphany, you guys. So I have a traveler's notebook that I put, like I make a calendar on a page in the traveler's notebook, like across a spread, and I write in the days of the week. I could be using these stickers. Like, what the heck? So I'm going to have to do that for next month. That's just how I keep track of my YouTube videos and commitments and posts and those kind of things, just so I can kind of know what the heck's going on my channel, you know? I did fall off the wagon a little bit in November and December and did not do it, where I was pre-planning and all that kind of thing. But it's back on now, so I need to use those stickers. I can't believe I just had that epiphany. Okay, so I put Weekend Adventures up at the top here, and that's just a little nod to the extra little bits that are in the sketch down here at the bottom, because they're certainly not going to fit down there at the bottom. I used my gold glitter thickers from one of Chamel's collections. I can't remember which one right now. I can't remember which one, you guys. So that's okay. I put that down there, kind of layered over top of all the labels that are there. So it kind of makes it just look like layers instead of labels. Now, I love a good label. I love decorating my pages with labels. I love all of it. Sometimes I want my labels to look like labels. Sometimes I do not. This is one of those times where I'm just like, let's make it just like layers. So I have Love Super Fun, and that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me through this super colorful, super lovely leftover type layout. And hopefully it will help you guys to kind of just grab some leftovers and see what you can do with it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again real soon for another video.